Hi guys, it's Elena Buya and I'll be sketching 5 portraits in this video. These portraits are part of the challenge that I made up for myself. The idea was to collect references that have a really bright light and shadows on the faces, because I think when there is a lot of interesting shadows, it's much easier to create a 3D drawing, because when you don't have those shadows, the drawing looks flat and not 3D. That was what is common between all of these portraits. Then the second thing that is common is that they're all girls. And this one is only because I wanted other people to join me drawing this challenge, and I know that most of the people don't like or afraid to draw boys. So that's why it's only girls there. Another reason why I created this challenge is because there is this famous 100 heads challenge, and I always wanted to do it, but some of the heads there are just like, I don't really want to draw them. You know, those big ugly heads or like sculptures. I don't know, I know it's probably a good practice to do it, but I was just thinking like, I tried a couple of times starting it, but just couldn't force myself. And you might be surprised, but I'm not the first one to finish my challenge. There are already other people who finished all 50 portraits, and I'm the third one. Here you can see others' sketches, and they did a really good job, and I can see the improvement on the latest works comparing to the beginning ones. And I also noticed this improvement in my drawings as well. I noticed that around 20th sketch, 20th head, it started being faster, and I was making less mistakes and redrawing sketches less. But it's probably also because I got used to the pencil. I don't really sketch with a graphite pencil very often. I sketched with a watercolor colored pencils before, and they are slightly different, so I had to get used to the pencil sketching. My agenda for this challenge is to finish all my pencils, because I'm trying not to buy anything like not unnecessary thing. I'm trying not to buy things. I'm trying to be minimalistic. I can only buy new materials if I don't have any alternatives. That's why I want to finish all my pencils, so I can buy myself a mechanical pencil. I think I would enjoy sketching with mechanical pencil more. What about you? What do you like to do to collect art materials, or try to avoid buying a lot of things? I think both ways could be therapeutic in a way. Sometimes buying something nice, it inspires you to try something and experiment, and you feel good, and it could open new doors of possibilities to you. And sometimes it's just you have so much stuff that you feel guilty of not using them. I'm trying to keep this balance of having enough to experiment, and at the same time not too much, but at the same time having too many things feels in a way bad for me. So that's why I'm trying to avoid it more. And I especially feel bad, you know why? Because sometimes I do decluttering and I get rid of the things I don't use, and I feel so guilty of having things that I don't use. That's why when I finally finish something, paint, a pencil, it feels so good. It feels like, yes, I've done it. And I guess me personally, I focus a lot of time on studying and not really creating finished artworks. That's why for me having fancy materials especially not as important, because yes, this pencil might be inconvenient, right, to sketch with, especially in this small format as I'm doing in this video, but it's good enough to practice the values, the structure, everything. It's enough. Same thing I was doing with the watercolor pencils. I actually want to buy some fancy colored pencils too, because I've never had them, but I can't buy them before I finish what I have, and it's pushing me to create some sketches and artwork that I wasn't planning on doing, and they were actually really fun, learning the material and its unique features. It was really fun. By the way, I forgot to tell you that if you would like to join me sketching this challenge, I'll link the Pinterest in the description below, so you can go there and find the board Elena Buya 50 Heads. Also, you can use that hashtag on Instagram and see what others sketched and how they approached same problems, basically. That's why I like it when different people draw same study. It's so interesting to see that how we see differently. We look at the same thing, but we see it differently. It's amazing. I like it. Even on my Patreon, we do this monthly challenge where we paint same reference, and everyone all the time does it so differently from each other, and it's just entertaining to see all the versions. It's really interesting. And sometimes I'm looking at how others people approached certain features or made certain decisions about that reference, and I make this mental note for myself to try it too, or be like, oh, that was a really good trick. And I remember those things and I start incorporating them in my work as well. I'm planning to grow this challenge instead of 50 heads into 100 heads. It's just because I couldn't find 100 references so fast. But when I will find them, it will be probably 100. It's about 60 right now, and I'll continue sketching them, so it's not really finished. Yeah, I'll be adding more and sketching more as well. And also it would be fun, I think, to redraw them in the future, maybe next year with the new material, digitally or with some paints. I even think of going back to the beginning of these portraits and paint them over with gouache because I don't really know how to use gouache very well. I tried it a couple of times and I'd like to practice more, so why not repurposing these portraits to study a little bit gouache. But I'm not sure if it would work well because these portraits are very small. I would probably have to paint them with a tiny brush, but yeah, I think I'll try it. And if you won't see me posting it and showing it to you, then I ruined my sketches. Yeah. So you know. This is a really long video, so I think I'll just leave you to watch it by yourself. At the end you would see all 50 portraits together. I'll be flipping through the sketchbook. I hope you like them. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think it would be same as mine. And thank you for watching, and see you again. Bye.